Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jake with North Shore Performance. This is Tanner. Today's video is going to be on our favorite accessory exercises. Now, when we talk about accessory movements, we're talking about lifts that will help assist and develop the main three lifts: your squat, your bench, your deadlift.
We're going to cover everything from using barbells to body weight and some dumbbell work. We try to do a broad scheme of it, so if you don't have access to a full gym, don't have access, you're just in a garage, you can still incorporate these into your daily training.
Tanner's going to be setting up for a box squat here. You can see the box down there. This is a good movement for weak point training. You work on the bottom part of the motion. You see how he's squatting very slowly to the box. He's pausing and he's exploding up. A lot of people, they bounce in and out of the hole. So this is a good movement to help try to alleviate some of that. Overall, box squat is probably my favorite sticking point or accessory exercise for the squat. Here you can see Tanner, he's setting up for the floor press. One of the best overall accessories for your bench press. You really want to control the weight down, rest your elbows on the ground, and then use your triceps to explode the weight up. This is mostly to help build your tricep strength and work on your lockout. You want to take your leg drive completely out of this movement, so you can see Tanner's got his legs straight out in front of him, putting all of the force on his chest, delts, and triceps. All right, here we're gonna watch Tanner. He's gonna be pulling from a deficit. So this is called a deficit deadlift. Basically, you stand on a block or a plate or something of that nature to make the deadlift motion longer. This is really gonna help develop your speed off the floor. If you feel like you're getting stuck on the floor, the bar's not coming up off the ground, start throwing in some heavy deficit pulls. That should help you.
So the next of our main movements for accessories we're going to be going over is the concept of Antagonist Superset. So what this is you're going to be doing antagonist movements and supersets. These are muscle groups that don't work together, such as like synergistic movements. So for example, here we have words he's doing a bench press, which is going to be horizontal press, and then we are going to be supersetting it with some kind of row movement, horizontal row. So this would be a pendlay row, which you'll be showing right here. So the benefits of this concept is better muscle structure, better with recovery. You're using more rest period, but also still working. It's way more time efficient. Also a better movement. So what he's doing with this pendlay row is focusing on the main movement, which is scap retraction. So he's retracting the scapula, which when he goes back to the bench is very essential for staying tight on the bench and keeping a tight core when he lowers the bar to his chest. Most of the time when you do stuff like this, you want to make sure you have a similar grip to your bench press. All right, so now we have our next antagonist movement superset. So this is going to be for your legs, your lower body movements. You see Jake here, he's getting under the bar, getting ready for just a simple barbell squat. We're going to work on the glutes and the hamstrings, so the pushing movement of your lower extremities. This has got good form, working on the full range of motion. With all these exercises, what we want to focus on. All right, so now we're going to think about the superset. Would be the pulling motion of lower legs. It's going to be our hamstrings, posterior chain here. As you see, Jake, get ready for the hip hinge. He's going to work on an RDL. So he's going to go to his knee, pull up with the hamstrings, glutes, lower back. Really focus on feeling that squeeze, that concentric phase of our hamstrings here is the most important part. So you got your antagonist, you're pushing with your quads, and now you have the pulling with your hamstrings and the RDL. Okay, so now we have Jake here. He's going to show us our next group of accessories, which is going to be body weight focused. So this category is focused around the concept of functional strength. So a lot of people are gym strength, so they can throw up a bunch of weight on like a chest press machine, but they actually can't press their own body weight. So this is great to improve that, which is important, just all around basic biomechanic function, is to be able to lift yourself up. So another good body weight movement would be pull-ups. So this is essentially important to be able to pull yourself up in any kind of situation for functional strength. Also, it's a great accessory for your pulling movements and develop a thick back. Another way to make the dips harder if you're strong like Jake here is you can add additional weight with a weight belt. As you can see here, as the plate hangs between his legs, he pushes out some extra reps here just to add some progressive overload to the another movement, just like adding weight to the dips, would be you can do the same thing with pull-ups here. Again, adding that progressive overload to really get the full contraction as he grinds out his last rep there.
The next group of exercises we're going to talk about are hypertrophy driven accessory movements. So really you're just trying to get a good pump, get the blood flowing, put on some good muscle. This is all really important for aiding the big lifts because getting good blood flow helps spread the nutrients throughout your body. And then also more musculature means you're going to get more gains. Here Tanner's doing some Bulgarian split squats. It's a unilateral exercise, so he's only working one leg at a time. This will really help improve his balance. Also, I get such a good quad pump doing these. I really think that you can put on some good leg size using these movements. The more mass you have on your legs, odds are the better squatter you're going to be. All right, now we're going to get into the fun part. These are some of my favorite accessory movements. This is where we're going to focus on speed. You're really going to be focusing on driving the bar as quickly as possible. A great way to do this is to incorporate bands and chains into all of your favorite lifts, your squat, bench, and your deadlift. The idea is to move the bar as quickly as you possibly can through all the sticking points. Next exercise we're going to get into is speed deadlifts or banded deadlifts. So here, just like on the bench, you're really focusing on explosiveness, driving through the sticking point. The bands really make the top of the movement much harder. Increases this tension as you reach the top of the movement, just like chains would. Changes the strength curve a little bit. You throw some bands on your bench and your squat and your deadlift, and then you go on without them. You'll be surprised at how quick you'll move the bar. Here's another variation of speed work. Earlier we talked about a box squat. Here Tanner's going to do a box squat with bands. He's going to really work on exploding off the box, pausing and then exploding off the box. This will help your squat, guys. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people when they squat, they stall out right between the hole and the top of the lift. So throw in some bands, it'll really help you work on that weak point.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the video. I hope you guys learned something new about accessory movements, and maybe you're going to try one or two of them in your next training day. As always, please drop a like, share the podcast, and subscribe. Otherwise, always remember, no excuses, no regrets.